The best way to fish out a false prophet is by listening to what they teach. And that's to this particular video we're going to watch. It was posted on Dramatic People's Instagram page. And this is what the video says. Let's just listen to the conversation. And the solution is more what we are interested in. The conversation can rattle on, but the solution that's given is what we want. Zirki's Reality Show, the daily Christian commentary videos. Wanna hear a false prophet? Listen to the solutions they give.
You don't know that's the way you do, not cost something.
All right, ma.
That's the way you do. That person had covenant with somebody.
So this person, he got into a sexual activities with this one lady, and he particularly did oral sex with this person. Okay, so that's this thing that she's talking about.
That has to do with an oath.
Okay, ma.
So you did that thing with the person, and you used your mouth to do it.
Yes,
because you like to use your mouth to do it. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
You know, say that person, how do I put it? The person had an oath with somebody. After doing that thing with your mouth, you began to feel something like moving objects.
But
moving objects. The thing go enter your head. Sometimes it be like say, it can't enter your body. Sometimes it go enter your manhood. Sometimes you go waka waka waka. Moving objects.
Very
Since after you use your mouth to do chwe chwe chwe. But the Lord said I should pray.
Pray for him, mommy.
Because this affliction.
And she also has hype man in the background. This is terrible.
Entered you through your mouth.
Jesus.
After doing that, chwe 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 chwe.
My God.
The thing I will give you, I go cleanse you first.
So first of all, she's going to cleanse him. Oh, okay.
Power.
If I don't cleanse you, if you don't go through cleansing, spiritual cleansing, and that spiritual cleansing will start from your mouth.
Spiritual cleansing starts from your mouth. You hear?
Then I will give you Holy Communion.
Hallelujah.
Now, like I said earlier on, you want to hear a false prophet, listen to the solutions they give. First of all, she cleanses. Now, when you listen to the Bible, what does it say? It says, okay, they overcame him by the word of their testimony, okay, and by the blood, right? It's not the prophet who's who's cleansing. It's Jesus who cleanses. So that's number one. That's number one that you hear here. But then she's going to take him to some type of a cleansing. And once he gets to this cleansing, it will start from his mouth. Listen to the carnal way it sounds. Like if you go back to Peter's understanding of Jesus saying that he's washing their feet, it sounds similar. It sounds like there is a graduation. I can do more. Sounds like I can do more or something like that. But starts from thinking. But then she says it's a spiritual cleansing that she's going to do. Then after, okay, she's going to give him communion. Before we get to the communion, let's start back with the spiritual cleansing. Now we've stated it's Jesus that cleanses. So clearly this cleansing you are going for, it's not the one that the Bible recommends. Because there is only one cleansing that we go through as believers, and that's the one that we come to when we come to salvation. So this one that she needs to do has nothing to do with the Bible. It's a different one. Because why? One, the source of cleansing in the Bible or for a believer, for a Christian, is Jesus, not the prophet. That's number one. Spiritually cleansing. This particular idea of he's going to go through spiritual cleansing. Bazalani, the blood accomplished all forms of rituals that were done in the Old Testament form of religion, particularly our religion. And now we don't need to do any such rituals. So what ritual is this that you're getting into? Because she said very clearly, you need to go through this cleansing. Listen to the Bible and tell me where you find ritual cleansing. It's not there. But people that are doing other things, cultists, whatnot, all this, they have all these things. So that's another question. The blood didn't accomplish this particular one. You'll have questions about where do they get it. Then now we come to the communion. I think we were just wrapping over. The communion one kind of caught me. That after everything, say that again, madam.
Saying spiritual cleansing. And that spiritual cleansing will start from your mouth.
Child.
Then I will give you Holy Communion.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. As if he understood anything. Then she's going to give him Holy Communion. Now, look at what this shows you here. That these people don't care about the use of these items when it comes to what the Bible lays it out as. First of all, communion was used for the community. It was meant as a way of remembrance of the work of the cross. So here, it's him alone. There isn't a communion aspect of it. Communion, it says communion for a reason. Doesn't mean, yes, you might take it by yourself, but the idea of communion is there is a community behind it. Do this in remembrance. So when you are gathered together, do this in remembrance of me. And so, but now there is a ritual and then there is communion. What communion are you chowing? And what does that communion bind you to? That's the question. Because first of all, we established that the source of this entire thing has nothing to do with the Bible. It has nothing to do with Jesus. It has nothing to do with what the Bible lays out for a believer to do. So therefore, you are submitting yourself to a foreign God. Clearly, I know in this one it's clear. Everything else you can just look at as some assaulting stories just to fascinate people. It's very funny that the same lady, actually, if you go back and you actually look at thingy, the same lady is the one that puts her son as the one who goes around praying for people, right? I don't know, is this her son? They really pretty much do look alike. That's her and the thingy. That's him there. So already we understand that this person doesn't pay attention to the Bible. So no wonder she has her own form of ritual. She has her own use of the communion. She has her own use for. When you want to hear a false prophet, listen to the solutions they give. It always drives to something else. It never drives to Jesus. There's no cross here. You hear communion, you think it's about the cross. It has nothing to do with that. It's a different one. Because first of all, the cleansing itself is not biblical. It's not biblical. Tricky Sexuality Show with daily Christian commentary videos. You know a false prophet, you can even hear them in the solutions they give.